Howdy peeps, welcome back to the Catch Me Off-Road YouTube channel. Today's video is about this new product. It's not new in general, it's just new to the Ram TRX, I guess Ram 1500 in general. It's called Z Automotive Tazer DT. So DT is the two-letter product code for the Ram 1500 pickups. So this is the one that works on all 1500 pickups from 2019 and newer, I believe. I think it's 2019, yeah. Anyway, so this one has been around for a couple years on the new Rams, but I'm going to be testing it out today on the Ram TRX. And all it is this little guy right here. It's got a couple connectors right there that actually plug into under the steering wheel, near the gas pedals. There's a SGW, security gateway bypass that we're going to be plugging this into. And it comes with this little USB cable so you can upgrade the firmware. So I'm going to be doing that before we do anything else. It also comes with a little sticker actually, right there. And all their instructions are online. There are some people who've already tried these out on the TRXs. Not many instructional videos out there yet, so I figured I'd post one for everyone. So the first thing we're going to do is get it updated. But I guess before that I should explain what it does and why you would want to install this. So what it does is it unlocks a bunch of cool features available on the TRX or on any Ram 1500 that are not available from the factory. For example, on the Rams, if you have power folding mirrors and you want them to automatically fold while the vehicle is, when you turn off the vehicle and when you turn it on, have them unfold, you can't do that with the factory controls on their software. It doesn't allow anything like that. So this will unlock that. It does light shows. It will allow you to do change settings on your daytime running lights. You can make the halo, the white halo lights around the headlights. Instead of white, you can make them yellow when you're driving around. You can turn on the rear, the backup camera while you're driving down the road and leave it on. A bunch of other stuff like that. Just neat little features. So that's why you'd want this. And you actually marry it to the vehicle is the term they use. When you go into the settings, and you'll see that here today. But we're going to marry it to the vehicle, and anytime you want to take it into a dealership for work, you can unmarry it and remove this, plug back in all the connectors just how they were, and the dealership will be none the wiser in theory. So it's not supposed to leave any trace, any digital trace or anything like that, which is why it's supposed to be pretty safe. Again, this is, I think it costs around $300, but it's just a simple way to unlock cool features. Use at your own risk. It may void your warranty. They say it won't if you use it correctly, but you never know. Oh, the other cool thing it can do now on the beta software for the TRX is you can enable two-wheel drive mode, which the TRX, as most of you know, is four-wheel drive all the time. So we can actually disable the front two wheels and go ahead and do burnouts, line lock, things like that. It allows you to do all that stuff. I don't know how much damage it'll do to the transfer case, but they say it can do it. So here's the part number for anyone who wants to order it, it's pretty easy. You just go on Z Automotive's website, type in Tazer DT, and it's there. And yeah, like I said, it's around $300, maybe $350 tops. I can't remember. I ordered it a few weeks ago, and it's just been sitting for a while. So time to install it. Here we go. All right, so I'm on my janky computer here, but I'll try to show you what we're doing. We're going to Z Automotive's website, zautomotive.com. Right there, and then we're going to click on support, and you can go to instructions, and you're going to click Z Automotive instructions, and then if you scroll down, right here is the Tazer DT. So I'm going to click on that guy, open a new tab. If you go into that tab, here's the user guide. It shows you what you're doing, but the first thing they say is to use their programming utility right here to upgrade the firmware. So we're going to click on that. And we're going to download, I have Windows, so we're going to download the Windows version. And once that opens up, we'll click on it. And like everyone else, don't read anything, you just click install and hope you don't get a bunch of bloatware. So it completed the download, and this is what the utility looks like right here. We're going to click update, I guess. No device was found. That's because I need to plug it in. All right, let me plug it in real quick. And now that it's plugged in, it found it real quickly. New firmware, automatic update. You already have this firmware. So it looks like I already have the newest one, 18.0.5, and it says it right there. 18.0.5-0061720D1. That's, as of this video, That's the latest one apparently. So I think we're good to go ahead and stick this in the vehicle. So I just remembered there's also beta firmware they have on their website. If you go into the support and then firmware updates right here, and then you click on Tazer DT, it'll show you, so 18.0.5 is the latest one they have right here. So that's already on my Tazer DT. But if you click up here, they have an 18.0.6 and it's a beta. So, you know, it's kind of a test build. So if you install it, use it at your own risk. This is the one that has the cool line lock and things like that for the TRX now. The line lock and rear wheel drive mode. See, force rear wheel drive right here. So I might try this one. I'm not sure. What do you think? Should I do it? Let's do it. Why not? Download beta. All right. So in order to install this with a beta version, you have to click on manual mode over here. You click manual mode. This comes up, and you select the file you want. So I just selected the Tazer DT beta 18.0.6 that I just downloaded, and we're going to click install firmware and cross our fingers. All right, looks like it's updating. It's got a percentage bar right there. I won't bore you with this. It just finished the install and it gave me a OK message. And then if we look up here at the top, it actually shows the device and my serial number, and it shows that I have version 18.0.6 on it now. You can see the 0.0.5 is still the production version, but I have the beta on there that was manually installed. So I think we're good to go. Let's go put this thing out in the truck. Sorry, before we do that, this is something that's really cool I just read. So the feature list is broken down into two categories. You've got vehicle settings and you've got live functions. The vehicle settings will lock in. They'll continue to operate after the Tazer DT is unplugged, as it says right here. And then the live functions are the ones that only work while it's physically connected. So for vehicle settings, this is cool. You can change your tire size, gear ratio, transfer case, etc. All these settings will stay even though it's unplugged, which is really cool. So there's a huge long list. I'll scroll through it slowly so you guys can read it. And then here's the live functions, auto stop start, which my truck doesn't have, all this stuff. Disconnect sway bar, we don't have that. Use backup camera at any speed, that's one that I could use. Turn cam, etc. Dark mode. Dark mode's kind of cool and a little scary. It turns off all exterior lighting and dash radio shifter lights while parked with the engine running. I thought it was while you're driving too. But I guess you can turn off all lights in the vehicle, even brake lights and everything. Anyway, so here's all the other ones right here, and we're going to go through the installation now. I'm going to read this so you don't have to, but I'll talk about it in the video when I get in the truck. We are outside with the truck now. Let's go ahead and plug this bad boy in. So we look under here, under the pedals. We will see. This is our Obd. Sorry, let me get the camera on it. Right here is our Obd connector. And then if you follow it up, you'll see this metal thing right here, this rail, right here. And then if you follow this up even higher, that right there is where we need to plug in the Tazer to. We disconnect these two wires, which I'll show here in a second. Let me figure out how to get the camera under there while I'm doing this. I went ahead and unplugged the two connectors, and this is what they'd look like. And they're very simple to unplug. All you do is click this little tab on the top right here. Let me try to get a better view. This tab right here, you push this inward like that, and they come right out. Both of them clip out. So we're going to plug in our Tazer to this guy, or to both of these. I just plugged it in, and you'll see it does this flashing. It'll flash red, green, go on and off a couple times, and then when it's done, it'll just stay off like that. So we'll give it a second to finish its little process. And they only go in, each one only goes in one side. You can see this plug on the right is a lot bigger than the one on the left. So they only go in one way. You can't put them in the wrong way or anything. We're in the truck now. They're still flashing green down there, but I'm going to go ahead anyway. I think that means they're done, but I'm not sure. So we're going to put the key on, not on accessory, but on ignition to run. And then we're supposed to navigate to the audio menu. There's audio right there. Sorry, let that get out of the way first. So now that we're in the audio menu, we're supposed to hold down the left arrow along with the cruise control cancel button. So let me try that real quick. I need two hands to do that. So give me a second. All right, I clicked the two buttons and it takes you to this first item, which is light show. So that's one of the items that you don't have to marry the device or do anything. You can just go, as long as the Tazer's plugged in, you can use light show right away. Now to scroll through the menus, you can't just click up and down here, because if you click up or down, it'll actually take you through the, like, it'll go back into my messages or whatever that one up there is. I can't remember what that logo is for. Oh, the trip. It'll actually change screen. So you don't want to do that. You got to select to change options. You're going to hold down the left button and you're going to keep clicking the cancel button, and that'll cycle you through. Okay, so I smartened up and grabbed the tripod, so now I got both hands here, and we can go ahead and use both of them for the buttons. So I clicked down to the next setting, and it showed DTCs. So we're going to go down to the next one because we're not interested in clearing DTCs. The next one is clear check engine lights. We're going to keep going. Marry. That's what we want to do. We're going to hold on that, and we're going to click right in the middle, and there it goes. So it says marrying. Let me zoom in a little bit. And it's doing a little countdown, and then it should do a couple reboots, stuff like that. I'll leave it running just so you can watch what happens. We can watch together. All right, so it looks like it's married. I'm assuming now when we keep scrolling down, it will let me go past that menu option. So let's try that. There's performance. Let me zoom out a little so you can see my hands when I'm clicking. Let's go in this one and see what it does. Okay, there's the tire size right there. I'll zoom in again. So we have it on tire size. Keep scrolling. The next one is gear ratio, 2 or 4 low, TPMS. We don't want to mess with any of this stuff. Radio, lighting. Let's check out lighting. So now when we want to select it, we're going to click again. We're going to hold down the left button. We're going to click the center, the cruise control on-off button. So this is in the lighting menu. If we click that, DRL type, USA, we'll leave that alone. But we'll go to the next setting, which is DRL location. So if we set DRL location, we can actually make it so that the daytime running lights are the amber turn signals instead of the white ones, I believe. So let's try that. So we're going to select this, and it's on turn now. I think that's what we want it on. So now if we hop out and look, actually, I don't know if it takes effect. Let's keep going through the different settings, and then we're going to reboot at the end. So we'll leave that alone for now. Drl Drop, that's where when you hit your turn signal in the TRX, like for example, if you hit your left turn signal, the daytime running light on that side will turn off, and only the halo around the headlight will be lit for the turn signal. And then as soon as you're done turning, the normal daytime running light headlight will come on. So this will disable that, and it'll leave both on during your turning. So both the turn signal yellow amber outline, as well as your daytime running light, the normal high beam or low beam headlight. So we're going to leave that. I like how it looks when it drops out. It looks kind of cool to me. Let's go to the next one. Fogs enabled. This is, I believe, where you can leave the fogs enabled while your brights are on. Let me check real quick. And I was wrong once again. That's for people who don't have fog lights from the factory and they want to add them as a factory option. You would turn that on, and then it would allow you to use them. So we're going to go to the next setting now, since I already have fog lights. Not interested in that. This is the one I was talking about. Fog light drop. That is where your fog lights will turn off when you turn your high beams on. So we're going to turn that off so I can have both my high beams. Try again. Okay. Fog light drop. No, there we go. So now when I hit my high beams, the fog lights should stay on if they were already on. The rest of the settings in here are for vehicles that don't have some of the LEDs and things like that. You can turn on the LED rear lights, turn on LED fog lights if you don't have them already. My truck already came with them, so I'm going to skip through all this stuff. Okay, now we're going into off-road modes. I'm not really interested in any of the off-road modes. You can read up on them, but it's pretty basic stuff that the TRX already has a lot of. We're going to go to the next one. Mirrors. Okay, here we go. Let's go into the mirrors menu. Power fold. Yes, I do like power fold, which I already have. Mirror turn. Yes. Mirror toe. No. Approach, I guess. I don't know. All right, let's go into the other settings now. Blind spot, yes. Trailer brake, no. Belt ding, yes. So I can turn off the belt ding. I kind of want to do that. Let's turn that off. So we're turning off the belt ding so it won't ding at you every time you forget to put your seatbelt on for 5 minutes. Splash screen, I don't know why that says NA. Let's see if we can change it. None. Laramie. Bighorn. Longhorn. Lone Star. Limited. Mossy Oak. Off-road. Power wagon. Heavy duty. Sport. Power wagon Laramie. Power wagon or a Ram 1500A. None. Maybe we'll put on off-road. Let's leave it on that one. Panic button, yes. And then I think that's the end of our settings. The stored settings. So now when we're done with everything, we want to make sure we do a full reboot right here. So it's going to go ahead and do the full reboot. And it should do it a couple times, 2 or 3 times or whatever. Because some of the features actually require you to do a full reboot before they take effect. And it will also prevent the Tazer DT from staying on and killing your battery. So if you notice that you're having that issue where you'll leave the truck and overnight the battery will die because the Tazer DT is staying on, what you need to do is do a full reboot because some of the settings haven't taken place yet, haven't taken effect yet. The truck just reset and it's still doing the reboot, it looks like. All right, I guess that means it's done. I didn't read the instructions as well as I thought I did. It says when you do a full reboot, you're still supposed to get out or turn off the ignition, get out of the vehicle, open the door, close it, and then wait a full minute, and then wait till after the whole screen shuts off. Even after the vehicle's off and your door's closed, the screen will stay on for a minute or so or whatever it is. So you have to wait for that to turn off, and then you can get back in and try everything out. The other thing is the power folding mirrors is actually not one of the vehicle settings. It's one that you can only access. It's a live setting, so you have to access it while the engine is running. So once we're done with this, we're going to fire up the engine and go through the menu again, and there should be a bunch of new options that we can play around with, including the power folding mirrors. I'm not sure how to check for the daytime running lights being in amber, unless I think you have to be in drive for them to activate, but I'll check it in park. Otherwise, I'll have to wait till, or maybe I'll just put the tripod up in front of the vehicle and put it in drive. That's a good idea. Now we're thinking with fire. All right, so it looks like this thing just reset. The ignition went to off. I'm going to hop out of the truck and close the door. While we're waiting for the display to turn off, I figure I might as well show you what I did. So these amber lights that I installed on the rear last week, some people were asking me questions about why they weren't working in the video last time. I couldn't get them to work right, and it's because my ground was bad. I actually had them grounded right here just as a temporary solution, hoping it would work on the ride level sensor, but that was not a good ground, so I actually moved it up into another area right up into here. I'm not sure if it shows or not. Let me try to get a good shot of it. There it is, right there. Sorry about that, I'm upside down right now. That right there is where I grounded it to, right there. And now it seems to work a lot better, so the lights are working. Okay, I can look inside and see that my screen's off. We're gonna go ahead and hop in. And let's give this another go. Let's fire it up. go ahead and check our settings now that the vehicle's on. So we're still in the audio menu, and we're going to hold down the left arrow and cancel. Okay, we're on light show. Let's check this out real quick, shall we? Okay, it's doing one of the light shows right now. I can see it reflecting off my garage. Let's hop out and look at it. Okay. It's using the fog lights, ambers, the whites, everything. Let's look at the back, see if there's tail lights on too. Yep. That's pretty sweet. So that's the first light show. Let me see if I can change. Oh, it even does the ones on the mirrors. Let me try a second light show. We should be in light show number 2 right now. Yeah, so that one's a little different. You can see it's a little simpler. It doesn't use the headlights. It just uses the halos as well as the fog lights. Anyway, there's a few of them. I'm not going to go through them all right now, but that's something you can play around with. Oh, you can see things flashing up here too. There you go. Alright, let's keep going to the settings. Yeah, it says light show 2 right there. That's light show 3. Light show 4. Dang, how many light shows are there? Alright, looks like 6 might be the last one. Now, how the heck do I turn it off? Alright, I think that did it just by changing to the next mode. So now we can go to live settings. Let's go ahead and do that. Nav in motion on. That's cool. I like that. We can use the navigation and type in stuff while we're moving. Let's go on to the next setting. Turn cam off. Let's turn that on. And I think what that does is when you hit your turn signal, it'll actually turn on your rear camera, and if you have side cameras as well on your screen, so you can see if there's anyone behind you or next to you. Auto fold. Here we go. This is the main reason I got this thing. Auto fold. Turn that bad boy on. PLS brake off. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Winch, we don't have that. Tire fill, this one's cool. It's a setting where as you're filling the tires, it will honk when you hit the designated pressure that you want. You can type in a pressure, I think, and it'll honk the horn, so you don't have to keep coming back and looking at the screen at what your tire pressure's at. We don't need that right now. Dark mode, that's one where it turns off all lights inside and out. Video, let's see what this is. Back, oh, it just turned on my camera. I think that's the only camera I have on this thing. None. So it's either back or none. We're gonna leave it on none for now. Start 30. Oh, that's for a, I think 0 to 30 or 0 to 60 timers. The TRX already has all these. Here we go. Force rear wheel drive off. We can force it to on, and it will only be rear wheel drive. I don't know if I want to do that just yet on my new truck. And that was it. Looks like that's all the settings. And we're back to the first one again. Okay, so now let's try turning off the ignition and see if the mirrors fold in. Yeah, buddy. Cool. So the mirrors auto folded, and then when I turn the ignition back on, they should unfold again. Perfect. That's the setup of the DT Tazer DT. So if you want to remove it before going to dealership, you just go into that unmarry setting, click OK, and it takes about a minute. it'll unmarry it, and then there's no trace that was ever on there. You just plug back in those connectors into the SGW near the pedals. So that's all I got for you today. Thanks, guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.